Wake up, check your phone, respond to emails, jump into a Zoom meeting, power through tasks, stay up late for that one last project, then do it all over again tomorrow. In today's world, especially in the West, productivity isn't just encouraged, it's idolized. But what if this obsession with doing more is actually doing more harm than good? This is the toxic productivity trap, a silent force pushing millions toward burnout, stress, and emptiness. Let's dive in. Section 1. What is toxic productivity? Toxic productivity is the unrelenting need to always be doing something. It's a mindset where rest feels like weakness, and success is measured by output alone. It's the guilt you feel when you sit still for a moment. It's the pressure to turn your art into income, your joy into performance, your rest into regret. At first, it disguises itself as ambition or discipline, but slowly it creeps into every corner of your life until you can't relax without feeling like you're falling behind. This isn't just being hardworking, it's being trapped in the belief that your value comes only from how much you can produce, and it's exhausting. Section 2. Where did this come from? To understand toxic productivity, we have to look at its roots. In the Industrial Revolution, workers were valued not as individuals, but as tools of production. Time literally became money. Fast forward to the 20th century, the rise of capitalism, corporate America, and the glorification of the self-made man reinforced the idea that hard work was a moral virtue. The American dream promised that anyone could succeed if they worked hard enough, but it quietly implied that failure was always your fault. Then came hustle culture, Silicon Valley, tech startups, influencers. We began to celebrate grind mode, people who worked 18-hour days, CEOs who slept 4 hours a night, founders who bragged about skipping meals for work. We started calling burnout passion, and now even rest has become performative. You can't just go on vacation. You have to post it. You can't just have a hobby. You need to monetize it. You can't simply exist. You must constantly prove your worth. Section 3. Social media, the invisible fuel. Social media plays a major role in this trap. Every scroll is a comparison. You see people launching businesses, working multiple jobs, hitting the gym at 5 a.m., reading a book a week, traveling the world, and still finding time for a perfect morning routine. But you don't see the burnout, the breakdowns, the sacrifices. Platforms like LinkedIn and Instagram have turned productivity into a performance. We don't just do things, we post them, and we post them with metrics, likes, shares, engagement. It turns life into a scoreboard, and that scoreboard is never in your favor. Section 4. How it hits you. Here's what toxic productivity can look like. Working late, even when there's no deadline. Feeling anxious during downtime. Avoiding rest because you feel you haven't earned it. Turning every interest into a side hustle. Measuring your worth by your output. At first, it feels like you're being productive, but then come the sleepless nights, the constant fatigue, the irritability, the sadness. Eventually, your mind says, keep going, but your body whispers, I'm done. Section 5. The true cost. Let's talk consequences. Burnout, defined by the World Health Organization as chronic workplace stress that hasn't been successfully managed. Symptoms include exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced performance. Mental health decline. People chasing toxic productivity report higher levels of anxiety, depression, and feelings of inadequacy. Physical health risks, lack of sleep, poor diet, and high cortisol levels contribute to long-term health issues. Heart disease, digestive problems, and weakened immune systems. Relationship breakdowns. Time spent chasing tasks is time not spent with family, friends, or yourself. Loss of identity. You begin to believe you are your work. When your work fails, you feel like you fail. And the irony? Research shows people working over 55 hours per week become less productive, not more. Section 6. Western culture and the glorification of busyness. Toxic productivity thrives in Western cultures. In the US, busy is a status symbol. Being overworked is often seen as a sign of importance or success. Unlike countries like Denmark or the Netherlands, where work-life balance is built into the culture, Western societies often reward people for sacrificing their health and time. Even language exposes this mindset. Think about how often we hear phrases like time is money, sleep is for the weak, Grind now, shine later. No pain, no gain. These aren't just words, they're beliefs that shape behavior. We romanticize the struggle, we demonize rest, and we teach our children that unless they're doing something productive, they're wasting time. Section 7. When productivity becomes a coping mechanism. For some, overworking becomes a form of escape. Instead of processing difficult emotions, grief, loneliness, insecurity, we bury ourselves in tasks because being busy makes us feel like we're in control. It becomes easier to drown in checklists than to face our own fears. This is called high functioning anxiety. You appear capable, driven, and successful, but inside you're overwhelmed and exhausted. And society rarely questions it because you're producing. But make no mistake, emotional avoidance disguised as productivity is still avoidance. Section 8. How to escape the trap. Breaking free starts with awareness, then action. 1. Redefine success, not as doing more, but as living well. Success isn't about squeezing 20 tasks into a day, it's about creating a life that feels meaningful. Second, practice radical rest. Rest isn't something to earn, it's a basic need. Schedule time to do nothing and honor it. 3. Set boundaries. Work will expand to fill all available time. Define when your workday ends and stick to it. 4. Reclaim your hobbies. Not everything needs to be monetized. Paint without selling, write without posting, play without goals. 5. Disconnect regularly. Put your phone away, log off social media, create space for silence and self reflection. 6. Stop glamorizing the grind. Speak openly about burnout. Don't reward overwork. Normalize rest and celebrate people for how they live, not just what they do. 7. Seek support. Therapists, friends, or coaches can help you untangle your identity from your output. Section 9. A new definition of productivity. Real productivity isn't about speed or quantity, it's about impact, alignment, and sustainability. Are you working toward what truly matters to you, or are you just staying busy to avoid guilt? A well rested mind is more creative, a joyful life is more resilient, a balanced person is more effective because they are whole. As author Greg McKeown says, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Section 10. The final message. So the next time you feel guilty for taking a break, pause. You are not lazy for slowing down. You are not behind because you rest. You are not your calendar, your inbox, your side hustle, or your goals. You are human, and being human means being, not just doing. Take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of your peace, because life isn't about doing more, it's about feeling alive while you do it. If this video helped you breathe a little easier, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and drop a comment. I choose peace over pressure. Let's start a new movement, one where balance is power and rest is a revolution. This is Right Mind for Left Side. Thanks for watching.